Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox. I would like to welcome you to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is the series where I discuss books which impact the compliance practitioner, the legal professional, and the business professional. I hope you will enjoy this episode. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network. The Sunday Book Review for May 21, 2023, the Employee Engagement Edition. Today we look at books that will help you with employee engagement. First up, The Truth About Employee Engagement, a fable about addressing the 3 root causes of job misery. By Patrick Lencioni. You may recognize the author's name from a list of team-building books. In this book, however, he outlines 3 common causes for employee disengagement. Those include immeasurability and anonymity and irrelevance. In other words, feeling alone and seeing individual contributions as meaningless. By taking steps to help employees feel connected to their colleagues and provide confidence in designated roles, you can help motivate employees towards higher levels of performance. Next up, The Coaching Habit, Say Less, Ask More, and Change the Way You Lead Forever by Michael Stanier. In the spirit of work smarter, not harder, the author encourages you to step back and let your workers learn to find solutions instead of supplying immediate answers. You can empower your team by asking questions instead of offering your advice, opinions, and suggestions. This approach enables employees to develop problem-solving skills and confidence, which in turn lead to higher levels of engagement. This book provides instruction on how to effectively coach employees by asking the correct questions instead of simply giving orders. Next up, Carrots and Sticks Don't Work. Build a culture of employee engagement with principles of respect by Paul Marciano. The title of this book alludes to the cartoon stereotype of a horse chasing a carrot tied to a stick, always running but never getting closer. Well, it turns out that stereotype is correct. And the author argues against a constantly moving finish line model of management, proposing a system of feedback, empowerment, recognition, and respect achieves more desirable outcomes than an environment of never-ending demands. The author critically analyzes rewards and incentives, distinguishing the concepts of engagement, motivation, and clear steps in his form of the respect model. And our final book is The Employee Experience Advantage, How to Win the War for Talent by Giving Employees the Workspaces they want, the tools they need, and the culture they can celebrate. While most books focus on influencing, here the author focuses on 3 factors: cultural, technological, and the physical atmosphere of the workplace. By designing a functional and supportive environment that creates a positive experience, you can foster a better employee engagement experience by investing in your employees. I hope you will check out one or more of these books. They certainly, from the compliance perspective, provide lots of guidance on how you can bring the concepts of doing business ethically and in compliance with your program to employees in a way that will engage them. And with the recent DOJ pronouncements, it's something that you should consider as well. I would like to tell you about the latest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network. It's Two Gurus Talk Compliance, where, with my friend and colleague Christy Grant Hart, we take a look at some of the top compliance commentary around. It's a long-form, up to 1-hour podcast, but if you're interested in compliance, if you're interested in Christy Grant Hart and myself talking about compliance, this would be a great podcast for you to check in on. It premiered on March 10th on the Compliance Podcast Network. I know you'll enjoy this latest offering. Additionally, we have Data-Driven Compliance, which is a podcast where I look at the use of data in compliance programs. This is perhaps the most cutting-edge podcast I have going right now. And if you're interested in how data can be used, how to structure a data analytics program, what tools are available out there for you, and how compliance practitioners are using data, this is certainly the podcast for you. So check out Data-Driven Compliance, all on the Compliance Podcast Network. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.